we go then, both teams making their way out onto the field. Thurrock ladies in the black and the white, Cheltenham Tigers women in the red and the black. It's the final game of the day. It's the Papa John's Women's Championship playoff final. And Rocky, you and I have just managed to go out for a break. I'm sorry, I'm kind of throwing you under the bus a little bit there, still getting yourself ready.
All good, we're here.
Both of us were saying you cannot call this game at all. Two sides that have been going at it in Championship North and Championship South this season. Plenty of dual registered players with Premiership Women's Rugby experience. And this one could go either way.
Yeah, it really could. I was lucky enough to go and watch Cheltenham Tigers in their semi-final against OA's Ones, and they were just relentless. Their defensive effort was outstanding. And then we saw Thurrock 2s earlier. The quality of their players, they're well drilled, well coached, and I know a handful of the Thurrock girls. I certainly know number 10, Jade Wong, got a great boot. She's going to be orchestrating a lot today.
We're looking at those teams there then for you, and we're ready to get underway already with Jade Wong with the ball in her hands. 10 seconds, you can hear the call from the referee. And we will go through some of those names for you when we get a chance. But Samantha Wilmot at 8, captain in Thurrock. Ree Parker at 9, captain in Cheltenham. This is the Women's Championship playoff final here at Twickenham. And we're underway. Taken straight away there by Cheltenham's number 12, Mary-Ann Gittings. And Vicky Foxwell cannons that one down the field. It's bouncing, it's bobbling. There's a breeze coming over Twickenham Stadium here. As Claire Phelps carries into contact and a first touch of the afternoon for Alex Zdanek. Boot to ball and taken by Lauren Ebeling. And now Thurrock look to attack, look to drive forward, fighting to stay in. They've done that by fractions of centimetres there. Ball away quickly by Corinne Birch. And again there, but there's a welcoming committee led by Tess Evans. Thurrock looking to get the ball away, but that's the first handling error of the game. And we'll come back, no advantage. We'll come back, it'll be a scrum to Cheltenham. Disappointment there, and a little bit of afters on that far side, Rocky. There's so much riding on this game. The level below the PWR, and both of these sides fighting to show that they are the best women's team in the country outside of those Elite 9.
Absolutely, there's so much at stake. They're going to go at it hammer and tong. We've already seen the big, huge double tackle on Alex Zdanek. Big defensive effort from Cheltenham. And we pointed that out earlier. They are physical. Got to try and wear them down, but experienced Ree Parker at 9. Another player that's been around for a long time. Worcester experience. Look at this.
And here go Thurrock. The ball has gone wide. Cheltenham, I should say, to Emma Hennessy, but it's gone forward and into touch. The game starting at lightning pace. Cheltenham looking to fly through on that side. Emma Hennessy it was. But it's gone into touch, and, well, Kaylee McHugh wasting no time at all, wanting to get this one in quickly. That's clean off the top, but it goes over the head of Corinne Birch, and the pressure's on. Tidied up. Hefty carry there in midfield, and Thurrock content to put boot to ball. Jade Wong cannoning that down the field. Only as far as Hennessy though, and she zips that inside. Tackle coming in there on Zoe Healy, but it's still alive here for Cheltenham. Freya Jones, Tiana Gordon, Tess Evans, that back row are going to be causing some damage this afternoon.
Red on the edge.
It's another line out to Thurrock, but these opening moments we can already see Cheltenham eager to get that ball to the wide channels, to their speedsters, Hennessy, Healy. Well, Thurrock have had to tidy that one up at the back.
Another great carry there from Alex Zidonic. Done a little bit at Saracens.
And a bit at Trailfinders women earlier this season as well. Good hands so far, but the bouncing, bobbling,
Backwards.
still gone backwards though from Thurrock. They tidy up and now they set sail. The knock-on comes though, and it's the Cheltenham Tigers that will have
It's gone red.
probably the first real opportunity in prime attacking real estate here this evening. Rocky,
The first scrum was
we're just after 5 p.m. and, well, the crowd's still here. You're still here with the umbrella up. I'm slowly dripping and melting into the floor, but I'm still just about here. But we've had 3 incredible games so far today. So much drama in all of them. And the early signs here as well. 2 teams that are going to want to chuck the ball about this evening.
Yeah, absolutely, they certainly are. And I reckon by the end of the game you'll just be a pair of jeans and a pool of sweat left. But it is so hot here. But yeah, these women are certainly going at it.
No, 17!
Foxwell there with the carry at fly half. And a penalty for the Tigers. A number of players in their team that you might recognise from previous appearances in, well, as it was the Allianz Premier 15s last season and this season. In fact, the likes of Rani Samuda from Gloucester Hartpury, Tiana Gordon, formerly of DMP Sharks, Vicky Foxwell, Zoe Healy, they both played for Warriors women in the past. And Cheltenham wasting no time here in front of the posts. Mary Ann Gittings lining this one up for her side to try and convert the early pressure here in the mid-May sun into an early 3-0 lead.
Yeah, she's a good goal kicker, excellent kicking skills. She's got it cool and calm, normally at fly half, but out at 12. Just going to see her out in those wider channels. Gets the first points though.
So it's 3-0 to Cheltenham Tigers. Mary Ann Gittings, a golf and cycling enthusiast, but more importantly in terms of the rugby honours, played for England under-20s and the development 7s as well. A fine operator in the back line for the Tigers this evening. High tackle coming in from Trailfinders. That one's gone against Claire Phelps.
Claire Phelps, an absolute physical warrior. You don't want to be on the end of her clattering you, I can tell you that.
You really don't. She's the pack leader for Thurrock women, and well, you can see why with shots like that coming in. Just obviously a little bit lower next time from Claire Phelps. Cheltenham though, back where they want to be, back in at that attacking half on the 10-metre line. Line out again, judged to perfection. Foxwell feeds her number 8, Tess Evans, who drives forward. And here they come again at pace this time. Neve Finlayson. She's another that's had top flight experience before. And Zoe Healy now with the ball. Fast, elusive, used to play for Worcester. Tasted success on this ground before with Exeter University. Rani Samuda there with the carry. Onside, back off red, and it's tidied up there by, it looked like Tiana Gordon that was getting herself down there for Thurrock.
All available.
Big shots flying in now after that battle on the floor between Gordon and Madeline Lockwood. But it's Thurrock and Lockwood that are coming away with it now, looking to get the ball out quickly. Heather looked to get the ball wide. They look to then get it across to Thornhill. The pass drifts forward and Cheltenham. Rocky, you said you watched that semi-final against Old Albanians. You were saying to me that almost the trademark of that win, if you like, for the Tigers was the suffocating defence that they were able to put on that Old Albanians first team, and we've seen it again here in these opening minutes.
Yeah, they are. They're so good. They get off the line, they get the double tackles in, one low, one high, and the physicality, honestly, the bruises that came out of that game, they're honestly so well drilled. Great to see.
Hold the talent to the line-out's over.
Okay, sorry, I was talking
But defence, as we know, can win games.
Make sure you're coming in from the back.
We've seen Tess Evans already put in some big hits. She loves the great outdoors.
Tess Evans at 8 for Cheltenham. You feel that she is going to be a crucial player this afternoon. Big carries, and also played for Gwalia Lightning in the Celtic Challenge earlier this season. There's just a brief stoppage in play for some running repairs. That won't be the first time we say that in this match. It's certainly not been the first time we've said that this afternoon. It is sweltering out there, but we're back underway.
Time on.
Time back on, called by the referee, and scrum to the Tigers. And a first opportunity in terms of an attacking position to get that front football, that momentum off the scrum. That is steady as a rock from both teams. And Evans gets it off to Parker, and then they've seen the cross-field space. That one is going to bobble into the in-goal area. And rather than dossing it down, Thurrock throwing caution to the wind. Dangerous play. And they're under pressure now in the shadow of their own posts.
Not got an advantage.
And it's been lost. And it's a try. It's Lizzle Heather who dropped the ball, and then in the end, well, it's Danny Dinapoli that goes over for Cheltenham Tigers. And well, Rocky, we said that Thurrock were playing a dangerous game. They were playing the most dangerous of games there. Cheltenham, one of the easier tries they're going to score this season, and they've started this final exactly how they would have wanted to.
They have. We talked about their defensive effort, their good kick chase. I don't know why Thurrock didn't dot that ball down, but it was a great ball out. Just that little pick and lift. And then little step on the tight head. Dots it over. First points for her at Twickenham. That's one she's going to write home about.
She certainly will, and well, we talk about that back line, but that pack for Cheltenham Tigers as well, you don't want to give them an inch.
No, they're very, very physical, and having played at Buckingham Swans against Cheltenham Tigers, you certainly know you've been in a wrestle with them for sure. They are very, very physical, very well drilled, really good side.
And they are, and with that conversion, they're 10-0 ahead. They will be super, super happy with that opening stanza of the game. Thurrock, well, a bit like their twos earlier today, you can see they want to chuck it around. You can see how they want to play as Jade Wong gets this one back underway. Is it just going to make it 10?
10.
A game of inches, not quite 10. There was a thought there from Thurrock that they played that one to perfection, but Cheltenham celebrating that, and Samuda, Watkins, Dinapoli, they've got another bite at the cherry at this scrum now as well.
Yeah, this is great for Cheltenham.
Will do, yeah. I'll have a look.
Big hits going in.
So just step back
On the
off
front
the
row,
mark.
doing the damage.
Yeah, the mark's here.
We're talking about those front rows. So much experience. Danny Dinapoli, a Wales Rugby League international. Rani Samuda, as we said, plays for Gloucester Hartpury and for Jamaica.
We said it
And then you look at the experience
Quick reset,
of
please. Get
Paul
your space.
Cooper and Alex Zdanek on that Thurrock side as well. Lauren Paul, a former centre, converted to a prop. Someone that Harlequins have been keeping a key eye on today. And Rocky, no doubt there will be a fair few PWR sides keeping a close eye, not just on how their dual register players are going, but how some potential players that can make an impact in their squads next season go today.
Absolutely, they're going to be looking at it, and look at the wheels going here.
And they're looking at another one. It's Zoe Healy. It's fantastic. It's superb. It's electric. Zoe Healy adds a second. Fleet-footed, stepping round the would-be tackler and flying over in the corner. I said she played here before for Exeter University. I don't think she scored a better try than that here before, though. And Cheltenham Tigers, well, they are flying in these opening exchanges.
Outstanding try by the winger. Look at that handoff. She is cruising, enjoying the sunshine, flying along that wing, pace to burn. Look at what it means to her. Even time for a big hug and a jump with her mate. They are making memories today, my goodness. Look at that little out to in, and then just backing herself. Got 7 metres of space, bosh, little handoff, goes through, round she goes.
Easy as you like. This one certainly isn't the conversion for Mary Ann Gittings.
No.
That conversion then for Mary Ann Gittings drifts wide. It's 15-0 though to her side. "15 minutes on the clock. And Cheltenham Tigers are in a prime position here, Rocky. I don't think that they could have dreamed for a better start than what they've had here when Ree Parker led them out onto the pitch.
No, it couldn't have gone much better, could it? And then they've got possession back and, carries like that! Sit down!
Oh, I mean, Rani Samuda's got the penalty as well for the high shot. But I tell you what, sit down, Rocky Clark says. Samuda, the power there. We've talked about some huge tackling so far today across all of the matches, but that's one of the biggest carries that we've seen of the day.
Yeah, that was massive. Madeline Lockwood on the end of it. Still managed to trip her over, but it was a high shot, so it comes back for the penalty.
That one, though, doesn't work at line-out time for Cheltenham Tigers. And Thurrock have the opportunity here to grow and keep going. There's about 17 or 18 minutes gone of this one. We'll keep you updated with the score, with the clock, whilst we work with getting that scoreboard back for you. But at the moment, Thurrock trying to burst back into life in this game, and Rocky, they need to respond quickly.
Yeah, they absolutely do. They're looking after the ball now, but just some of the hits coming in from Cheltenham. But Thurrock, they are used to being under pressure. They've got massive width. Look at this pace coming through here. Just that last pass, what a shame.
I was about to say this is exactly what the doctor ordered for Thurrock, but in the end that pass just goes forwards.
Who's boxing?
Yeah, they played with a little bit of tempo, a little bit of width, but just unlucky. That unforced error just allows Cheltenham to get back into it. They're in their half, but they're looking pretty comfortable there.
Crouch!
Here we go then. Ree Parker with the ball in her hands. And Thurrock know they need to be on their defensive mettle here.
Stand up.
But they also know that the scrum needs to work.
Both have to manage the hit, yeah? Hold your drive and manage the weight coming in,
Yeah,
please.
it's really important now.
Reset,
Thurrock have got to try and get this ball back. You don't want to open the floodgates. 15-0, it's tough to come back. If you can get the next points, it makes it all that little bit easier. Now, we've been talking about if you want any shout-outs, please get in contact, Rocky Clark 1, Insta or Twitter, and we'll get them read out for you. Quite a few coming in for Cheltenham.
A lot coming in for Cheltenham that we will bring you. If you're here or watching at home supporting Thurrock, get behind your side as well. Give them a shout out, because at the moment it's all Cheltenham Tigers. There goes Gittings again.
Backwards.
Gone backwards, tidied up on the floor by Tess Evans. Foxwell has to step in at scrum half, and there's Healy again. The jet-heeled winger that time, marshalled well by Jessica Pettifor, and she had to be marshalled well. But a penalty off feet. You can hear there Lauren Eberling will be happy with that from the backfield for Cheltenham. It's her opposite number, Annalise Curley, that's given that one away. And they will put that one into touch. A great touch finder there. Rocky, what do you think is going to be going through the minds of those Thurrock players at the moment? Because they've not really had a sniff. Cheltenham have just been so clinical.
Yeah, they have, and you've just got to, I bring a bit of pressure, a bit of worry, but they'll be happy that that ball has been turned over. They just got to make sure they get the players there. Once they got that quick ball, they're just forcing it.
Just overplaying their hand at the moment, Thurrock. Just
leave it red.
Guilty of wanting to do too much here at a sun-drenched Twickenham in his opening exchanges, and they've given away another penalty there. You can see Foxwell banging the ground in celebration. Her side with 21 minutes on the clock, 15-0 to the good. And she's no doubt going to pump this one as close to the line as she can, give her side an opportunity to add another opportunity for a score. Vicky Foxwell, England Sevens, England under-18s, so much experience.
Well on the edge.
And with not much of an angle, that is a pretty good nudge to touch there from the fly half.
Certainly is, yeah. Sarah Nicholson saying, let's go to Cheltenham Tigers, especially Vicky Foxwell in a leather boot.
That one has been picked up in midfield by Foxwell, and Healy has it again. Healy with the run to the line, the power, the reach, not quite, but she presents it crucially for her side. Parker hunts for it, and there goes Tess Evans, spinning, powering up to the line. Held up at the last.
Goal line.
It's a crucial intervention there by Corinne Birch. It'll be a goal line dropout, but it could have been so much worse for Thurrock. Cheltenham attacking in waves at the moment, and Thurrock doing everything to cling on here.
Yeah, they're chasing the game, aren't they? They need to get ball. They need to make sure they've got bodies on their feet. So maybe somebody needs to slow the ball down against Cheltenham. But they get the let off.
You talk about slowing the game down. Thurrock have got a player down in the in-goal area at the moment. She's back up on her feet. But you did wonder if they were just going to let that one
Straight out. Option.
play out. But it's gone straight out.
Scrum or line out option.
Well, Dawn Webb has got some advice for Thurrock. Come on, Thurrock, you've got to settle into it. Don't panic. Keep going. Lauren Paul. Okay, so there we go. Some big support from the front rows there.
Lots of support. So Thurrock, they beat Sale 35-10 to reach this final. And well, Cheltenham Tigers, they secured that victory over Old Albanians Saints. At the moment, they're showing the sort of form that would see them repeat what they did at this ground last year. That one was against Leicester Tigers. But now they're getting the drive on, and Tess Evans controls it. Penalty advantage coming, and Parker. Ball comes back out. Gittings. And they're flying through here now, and they're going to draw the last player, and Zoe Healy. They know that she is the threat. 3 Thurrock players on her. And Evans carries hard. Tiana Gordon there supporting her, but will come back for that penalty.
And on the 15.
Yep.
And it's a penalty against the front row, not driving straight. You can hear our referee saying in at the angle. And Cheltenham here, well, in a glorious position to choose what they want to do, and it looks like they're going to trust the pack again. It's Niamh Finlayson standing over the ball, and then she steps out the way. Now she takes the ball, and they spin it wide. Tess Evans with the fend, with the burst, the offload, and the handling, the finish, the grounding. Thurrock have another try. It's Georgie Daniels, it is. Almost, well, one-way traffic, Route 1 traffic, but then at the end the inspector catches arm to get out there, get the ball down. And you can see here from the replay, Thurrock not knowing what to do in defence. Cheltenham coming in waves, getting the offload away, and under pressure. That finish is exceptional.
Yeah, she was being held up by a forklift truck there. Georgie Daniels goes over. But it all came a lovely set play from that tap penalty. Really, really clever. Pretended it was going to be a forward to tap it. 9 slots across, quick tap out the back, and then it finds its way to big Tess Evans, who is able to get her hands free. Pass it back inside to Georgia Daniels.
And that is the end of the first 25 minutes. We're going to stop for a water break in this heat, and it's 22-0. to Cheltenham Tigers. Georgie Daniels, well, has played some Queensland County and Queensland Country rugby in her time outside of the game. Enjoys going for dog walks and exploring the countryside. Well, so far today she's been exploring the prime grasslands of Twickenham Stadium. She has been loving life out there today, carving up all over the pitch.
She has indeed.
And Rocky, Cheltenham probably wouldn't have wanted that water break to come despite the heat, because it's just been Route 1. They've been cruising through this so far, but for Thurrock, we've said it before in previous games, as much as this is a nice and much needed chance to catch a breath, it's a much needed chance to take stock of where you're at, look at what you can do to turn the tide in this game, because at the moment it's all one-way traffic.
It really is. And it's up to Andy Yarrow to get some wise words in, maybe make a few subs. But for me, they need to try and weather the storm, slow the speed down of the breakdown, and get off the line. Cheltenham getting front foot carries every time. But the quality of the players through that Cheltenham squad, very, very physical. Quality players on the bench as well.
So much quality across both of these sides, and you touch on some of those players for Cheltenham. Rocky, Jordan Russell at number 20, another one of those players who's got the experience with Gloucester Hartpury.
Yeah, she's another quality player. And Sean Mills has sent a special shout out to Jordan Russell, Finlayson and Penny Bevan for those girls to put in a shift. And what Adams is saying, let's go T-Birds. But certainly Jordan Russell, when we see her come on, she's electric. Scored a try pretty much as soon as she came on against OAs. Very physical, again, played against her. And she just kept carving up, especially running down that short side. So hard to tackle.
And another player that could potentially do that for Thurrock when she comes onto the position is Nicole White. Plays for Harlequins, dual registered. Played in that big London grudge match, Saracens women versus Harlequins women, back in February. Very nearly turned the game in Harlequins' favour when she came onto the pitch. Healy, though, for the moment, takes that one under the high ball and scampers clear again, eventually pulled to ground. Maddie Lockwood then needed to make that tackle, and she did, but Tiana Gordon has freed the hands now and has fed the ball out, but it's been intercepted. And is this the opportunity for Thurrock? Is this the breakaway? No, not quite. The ball has been ripped, so it's play on. Reed Parker tidies it up. And already for Thurrock there, as Amy Battle That might be a concern for them, just holding her arm a bit gingerly. Foxwell puts boot to ball now. Thurrock just trying to find opportunities, gaps, openings, but they're not coming. And Samuda has made the turnover. She almost stopped. Thought she was going to get penalised. The referee was like, carry on, it's all good. And then again, she is playing like a back row. And then again there, it's ripped. An engrossing 30 seconds or so here at Twickenham Stadium. And then that's better from Thurrock. The big ball carriers getting themselves into the match, into the contest. Lockwood with the carry. Thurrock now still coming, still bursting forward. Their best moments of this game so far. Approaching the half-hour mark and boot to ball. Now just trying to pin Cheltenham back inside that 22. But the kick is a good one. It's staying in play, it's bouncing, it's bobbling. It's tidied up there. Big collision in midfield.
No 5! Thank you!
Tiana Gordon in that DMP Sharks team last season ended up, off the top of my head, I think she ended up being the top tackler in the league last year. She is an absolute defensive workhorse, Tiana Gordon. And she's been doing that so far today for Cheltenham Tigers. But here is the opportunity, the bounce from Thurrock. There's a bit of life, a bit more spark in what they're trying to do at the moment. Trying to build these phases.
Rip before tackle was complete.
Williams has been at the heart of it, but it's come back on Cheltenham's side.
Straight out.
But it's gone straight out. Rocky, they've lost the ball a couple of times there, Thurrock, looking to play their hand. But we've seen the blueprint for how they're going to get back into the game. It's those big physical carries and offloads like we saw from their twos earlier today.
Yeah, it is, and we've seen some really strong carries. Alex Zudanek,
Set the line out
Claire
before the
Phillips,
lift, please. Set the
and
line
Basil
out first.
Lockwood just getting through some serious work here. They just need to make sure they make it count. Once they've done a couple of punches, tied in players, that's when it can be on to go out wide. But what I wouldn't do is kick it down the channel of Zoe Healy, a real weapon on that wing for Cheltenham.
She has been electric so far here today, Zoe Healy. That one didn't go the way that Kaylee McHugh of Thurrock would have wanted it. Drifting over towards her side, not straight. Scrum down for Cheltenham. And it's been 30 minutes of rugby that has absolutely flown by here. Thurrock get the march on though at the scrum. This is what they needed. It's a penalty against the head. Can that be the catalyst? They've taken it quickly whilst they were still celebrating, it must be said. And Samantha Wilmot, the captain, carried that one forward. Here comes Claire Phelps again. Birch. And now the ball gets swung into the midfield and Lockwood carries.
Happy with
Birch
that,
again and Wong shows, goes.
No! Thank you!
And Lizzle Heather is there just protecting the ball for her side.
Going by the drag.
Handling the undoing of Thurrock in this opening 30 minutes, and Rani Samuda looks at the referee, takes the applause of her teammates and is just more than happy there to settle in for another scrum alongside Tiana Gordon. Those two in tandem, the prop
Nice
the
and
back
quickly,
row,
please.
have been exceptional.
Go on, nice and quick. Box here. Thank you.
Yeah, they certainly have. Getting around the park well, carrying well, defensively. Very, very strong. This referee having a chat to both front rows, making sure that they're square and steady. Can't go on the angle.
Stand up.
Samuda doesn't want to go down. Unhappy, talking to her second row.
The referee not too happy there either. Wants them to reset, get themselves straight. And Rocky, it's the one thing you'd say with this game. You say with all 4 games so far today, we know we can't have our sport in our games without the officials, but all of the teams today have been so clear, so concise with their communication, and it's helped the standard of play so much this afternoon.
Yeah, I think there's been brilliant refereeing today. It's very, very good. And I love their manner, how they talk to players.
Retire out!
13 black, offside.
Penalty advantage.
Penalty advantage coming for Cheltenham then, and another opportunity, and Thurrock are struggling to live with the Tigers. They're struggling to live with Emma Hennessy. Cheltenham cruising in cruise control, 27-0 ahead. 4 tries to the good, conversion to come. And as we're rightly praising the officiating teams this afternoon for how well they have helped contribute to what we have witnessed today at Twickenham, you've also got to pay credit to that Cheltenham back 3 because they have been deadly.
Wow, serious pace. I thought we'd seen an absolutely rapid winger, Zoe Healy, and then, oh my goodness, her teammate Emma Hennessy, the wheels on her. I thought there was smoke coming out of the tracks that she left there. Super finish. And it all came down from Mary-Ann Gittings, who's lining up for a kick. She was the one that got the ball out wide, gave her winger acres of space to show off what she can do.
And Gittings adds the extras as well. It's 29-0. It's been a faultless display off the tee from the centre. And you just look at it here from this angle, spins it wide, leaves, well, the poor Thurrock forwards struggling there when you've got, well, it's Claire Phelps, Amy Battle getting themselves out there as best as they could, but when you've got someone like Emma Hennessy with the wheels that she has got against a back row, a second row, there's always going to be one winner. Thurrock again with the restart. They've been trying to put these short, make them competitive through Jade Wong. Is she going to stick to that now? If she goes a little bit further, and Gittings responds in kind, but straight out. 5 minutes to go until half time. Probably the best attacking chance Thurrock have had all game, and well, for a second there I thought they were going to take the quick line out from within their own half. You could hear that desperate cry of no, 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 go back towards that 22 and try and build phases.
Yeah, they just got to execute. You know, it starts with the spacing, the line out throw, the jump, the lift. Oh, it's just gone not straight, gone into the hands of Cheltenham.
The Tigers come away with the ball again. Williams trying to make a mess of that ruck, but the ball is safely fired away into touch. It will be a line out. Corinne Birch at scrum half will be wanting to get some quick ball here, wanting to try and get those lethal players she's got in her own back line into the game, because at the moment all we have been talking about has been the ability of that Cheltenham back 3, but that Thurrock back 3 as well. So much talent in there. Abby Jones, a couple of years ago, 52 tries in a season. Hannah Thornhill played sevens, also represented Great Britain at Skeleton. And Anna Lise Curley, her 3rd time lucky in terms of being able to play at Twickenham. There's so much talent in that Thurrock back 3, in that Thurrock squad. They just need to execute. And this is a potential chance to do that now, but the ball again is lost forward under the stifling heat and the stifling pressure of this Cheltenham defence. Curley will be disappointed in herself there. As we look at the replay, we can see those lovely attacking structures, those lovely loops around the field starting to come into fruition.
Mugs here.
You've got to hold on to the ball if you want to get yourself back into this game, Rocky.
You do indeed. And one of the players that used to play for them, Hannah Duffy, she wants a big shout out to her Thurrock girls. Come on, girls, dig in. Quality player, playing some of her trade at Harlequins.
Bind. Set.
You're a really good person, and these girls will know her well. They perhaps need a bit of the Duffy Meister having a bit of a chat, getting into their ears.
Well, she'd be incredibly proud of what the Thurrock front row did there, winning that penalty against the head. And Samantha Wilmot sets off at pace. Building, quicker play. This is better from Thurrock. This is more like it. And Rocky, I can say to you, I can see you going up the tempo. But they've knocked it on again.
Yeah, they've just got to get there quicker, haven't they? And you get the right people doing the right job. They got that great turnover, scrum pen.
Mugs here.
And then the 2 phases. They're back to another scrum. And Cheltenham's ball. Gosh, got to play with some speed. Maybe see if they can keep that offloading game or offload from the floor. Cheltenham will tire.
I say Cheltenham cannot keep up this pretty much faultless standard of play that they've been setting in this heat for the full 80 minutes. You suspect chances, space will eventually come for Thurrock, but they need to make sure that they are in contention to take advantage of it. Coming towards the final moments of this first half, and Cheltenham, their turn to win the penalty at scrum time.
Not now, please.
And they think about the quick tap for a second.
One white, collapse.
But Foxwell comes in, takes control, grabs the ball, just goes, nah, leave it to me. I'm going to get this one as far down the field as I can. Wallops it down into that Thurrock half and sets her side up for one last attacking salvo of what has been a 40 minutes that I don't think Cheltenham Tigers would have believed could have come to fruition beyond their wildest dreams.
Oh no, they'll be so happy going in at half-time with such a big lead, and they're not the only ones who are happy. Big shout out to Jill Barton and Tammy Shakespeare, who are supporting Cheltenham today, and they're the first ever Cheltenham ladies team 33 years ago. That comes from Chloe May. Thank you. We love knowing history about these teams. And those women that did it in the red and black all those years ago. Your girls are doing you proud today.
It's the history of these teams that makes it so special. It's the history in the women's game that makes it so special, as Heather is levelled in contact there. Lots of clubs over the last couple of years, up and down the pyramid, have been celebrating huge milestones. And, well, it's one of those, but everybody that's playing the game now, seeing increased attendances, it's on the shoulders of those pioneers, those trendsetters that started it out in the 80s, in the 90s, even the sides that have formed in the last couple of years. Thurrock, for the moment, building, starting to get some phase play together now. We've not seen too much of this so far from them today, as they try and get their flyers, their speedsters on the ball. But Cheltenham,
2 turnovers, good, play on.
pushing for it. They stole the ball, and Thurrock has stolen it back, so now a chance again, and it's the captain, Wilmot. Her side might be down on the scoreboard, but she has not stopped running so far this afternoon. And a chip over the top there from Thornhill, but it goes straight out.
Still live.
Still live, says the referee. So there will be chance for a final play just before
Just wait, please.
the half-time whistle. 1 minute left, you can hear our referee saying there on his mic.
This is up.
Alicia Watkins then throwing this one in. Her darts have been pretty much faultless so far this afternoon, and now she's got the ball at the back of this surge forwards from her pack, and in the end, well, Foxwell rather nonchalantly just
Really chilled, wasn't she?
whacks that into touch. I'll tell you what, Rocky.
No.
Well, there's still time left on the clock, so it's going to be a Thurrock line-out. He'd said there was just under
White line out.
a minute to go. Foxwell's obviously looked up at the clock here on the big screens and thought that was it. Nonchalantly whacked it into touch and, well, given Thurrock an opportunity right at the end of the half. That's why you've always listened to the referee.
Yeah, you do, indeed. And Laura Hopkinson is chanting on Abby Jones playing for Thurrock from all her family.
Contact in the air. Penalty advantage.
She'll get a score on the board today.
Penalty advantage coming for Thurrock as well. Contact in the air, potentially from that mistake from Foxwell. An opportunity here, and there goes Heather, bursting through, threes the hands to Pettifor.
Still have your penalty advantage.
That's why they've got her in the centre. Absolute bowling ball when she gets going. Generally can get that handoff away.
Former hockey goalkeeper before playing rugby. There's still a penalty advantage coming as well for Thurrock. So they've kicked through for the chase. Nothing coming. They'll come back for the penalty. They will have a chance right before the half-time whistle to try and get themselves onto the scoreboard.
Yeah, they really do. They'll have to kick for corner. They need 7 points here, really. It's up to Jade Wong to get that big kick to the corner, make sure it goes out.
Well, Jade Wong perhaps just being slightly cautious with that one, making sure she gets it to touch and gives her side the opportunity. Let's see what they can do here.
Cheltenham have 2 scrum halves.
Really strong ball here set up. Thurrock do with it. They're just crabbing sideways. Starting to get it going again. Cheltenham have got it. No.
Red with 2 scrum halves.
Oh, it's gone crazy. We don't know what's going on. I think there's another penalty.
So there's a free kick in the middle.
2 scrum half, 2 players in the scrum half position.
And there you go, hear it from the referee. It's a good thing he's in control of things, Rocky, hearing what he's got to say there. 2 players in the scrum half position, so that's why there is a free kick. And Thurrock, well, it's the closest they have been.
Well, who wants to get clattered by Cheltenham?
Well, in the end, the forwards say, give it to us. We will try and do this. Try and get ourselves onto the board. Give us something to work with going into the second half. But they've spilt the ball forwards. And that should be the end of the half. Yes, it is 29-0 at the break. And Rocky, we talk about mindsets in the game, and in terms of projecting an image, Cheltenham have run off the pitch, run back towards the dugout, 29-0 in the lead. Thurrock stood in the middle of the 22. They look slightly shell-shocked, I think, being honest. Cheltenham probably couldn't have had a more perfect 40 minutes. Thurrock, well, they've had chances, but they've just kept dropping the ball at the moment when they needed to.
Yeah, key moments. They're just making too many errors, and they just need to make sure that they're playing flat to the line, looking after the ball. At the moment, this defensive line speed from Cheltenham is absolutely killing them.
And that's the thing, isn't it? You said about the suffocating Cheltenham defence that you saw in the semi-final, that we've seen in Championship North this season. They're doing it again here today on the biggest occasion of them all. Surely they will struggle to keep this up for the second 40. Nobody can have a perfect 80 minutes of rugby, but in terms of a perfect 40, a couple of knock-ons and Foxwell's nonchalant kick to touch, thinking it was over. So I don't think you can give them a perfect 10, but probably as close as you can ever give a side to being a perfect half of rugby.
Yeah, they've played so well. Just having a little break now, and this could be a worry for Thurrock. We've got such strong players coming off the bench. Going to add to it. But Thurrock really need to regroup and get the first points on the board here.
And on your screen, you're seeing some of the replays of those Thurrock moments in defence where they just weren't able to live with Cheltenham. Zoe Healy jet-heeled on one wing, and Emma Hennessy likewise on the other. It's been all Cheltenham, and Rocky, we can see there that run in from Hennessy at the end, that the gas, the wheels to finish that one off. And then, as much as we won't be looking at the kicks on the replays, it's the tactical kicking as well as the kicking for goal from Mary-Ann Gittings that has set her side up to perfection.
Yeah, Mary-Ann is just the unsung hero at the moment. She's just been putting her wingers away in loads of space. Lovely kicking duties as well. She's been exceptional today. I would imagine more of that to come.
More of that to come for sure. It's 29-0 here at half-time to Cheltenham Tigers women. We'll take a very short break and we'll see you back for the second 40 of this one, the last 40 of the Papa John's Community Cup bumper weekend of games here at Twickenham Stadium. And it's Cheltenham Tigers who are in the ascendancy. Back out, ready to go. 40 minutes left in the Papa John's Women's Championship Play-Off Final. 40 minutes for Thurrock to wrestle their way back into the game. 40 minutes for Cheltenham to hold on to what they have built. Thurrock with the carry, with the drive. That's a better start to this half. And they have made that change that we suggested they might do at half-time. Nicole Wythe coming on to the pitch. Number 19, dual registered with Harlequins. Powerful player in everything she does, defence and attack.
Onside.
And that is better from Thurrock. It's the captain again, Samantha Wilmot. But then the counter-ruck comes in. It's legal from the Tigers. Thurrock spinning it wide. Sophie Tyler on the field as well. It's two changes at the half-time whistle mark. As Thurrock look to chase the game. Kaylee McHugh with the carry. Nicole Wythe looks to take it, but it goes forwards. And Rocky, we've seen Nicole Wythe come onto the pitch. We've seen a couple of big carries from her already, a knock on there, but it's a lot of pressure on one player to try and turn a game. But if there's anybody you want coming off your bench to make an impact, it's a player like Nicole Wythe.
Yeah, exactly. Very physical, good runner, great with ball in hand. It's a lot to ask. We've seen Sophie Tyler as well. Again, another physical player.
Crouch! Right, reset.
But they have to swing the bat, don't they? They've got 40 minutes to try and turn this around.
They have, and 40 minutes to go of their season as well. Let's not forget, these players have given everything since this campaign got underway, got themselves to this place, got themselves to this position. They're going to want to make sure that they leave everything they have left in the tank on the field. For the moment, though, it's Cheltenham again, and Ree Parker looking for the space, looking for Healy again, and she rides the first tackle, eventually wrestled to ground by Corinne Birch. A big carry again, but it's been lost on the floor, and play on. Thurrock have the ball. Birch gets it away. There's Nicole Wythe again being used as that direct, hard ball carrier. And there is Heather on the ball now, swings it out of the back. That was nice, and in comes the kick. And Ebeling has to go back for that one and spin the ball away. Healy fights, gets it away, and a chance again for the other speedster. Hennessy, it's a high tackle, but she rides it, gets to ground.
High tackle.
21.
21
And it's
white. High tackle.
Iona McCusker that has been penalised for that high tackle. But Rocky, you would have thought one of the messages at half-time for Thurrock would be, if we're going to kick it, let's just get it off the park. Do not let that back three have time and space. But again, we've seen there, Emma Hennessy, that the threat that she poses.
I would be raging as a forward. If you're kicking that and that's finding grass,
Yeah,
and then into one of the back three's hands, I'd be having words. You just got to make sure that if you're going to kick, you have such a good chase, it just doesn't get in their hands. Kick it anywhere but anywhere near them. But to be fair, they're so fast, they'll probably get there anyway. But yeah, you've got to be looking to get that ball out.
And that's exactly what Thurrock are now looking to do themselves. Now that the pass doesn't quite connect, but it's tidied up pretty nicely there by Jessica Pettifor. It's Corinne
Release,
Birch now.
hands away. Thank you.
Thurrock without a 9 at the moment though, so McCusker steps in. The Ireland Rugby League International fresh onto the pitch, fresh back into the game after 6 months travelling. Big carry there from Williams now. And they're building the phases nicely, looking to get the offload away, but Foxwell has stripped it. Daniels carried but loses the ball, and Birch comes away with it now. Frees herself, gets the offload away. That's better from Thurrock. Battle running the support line. And Birch is back again. Phelps. It's coming loose, but it's going backwards, and this is going to give opportunities for Thurrock. That one's been hacked through. The chase is on.
She just ducks out the way there like a matador.
Zoe Healy there. It's like almost inviting a raging, charging bull at her and diving out of the way at the last minute, allowing that clearance kick. And now
50-22 on.
Heather, she was looking for the 50-22, but it's just been misplaced straight out. You can see what she was trying to do. The intentions were the right ones, but the execution not quite there.
Yeah, she had plenty of time to pick her spot.
You got a front rower for red down.
Unfortunate for her. Right choice to do it.
There will be time off here though, with a Cheltenham player down receiving treatment. A stoppage, a chance to take stock.
17 is coming off.
And you can hear the referee there saying that 17 is coming off. There is going to be a sub. And it sounds like Danny Danapoli's day is done for Cheltenham, but it's a day where she has scored a try, done pretty much everything she could do in the tie, dominated at scrum time. She will be very happy with her evening's work.
Yeah, brilliant performance for the Welsh Rugby League player. You can tell she loves her gym and her rugby. So just a few running repairs going on at the moment. Opportunity for Thurrock to regroup, have the chat. The message has to be play with tempo, 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 tempo.
It's going to be a hard thing to do in this heat. Chasing a 29-point deficit, but Thurrock have got to have that belief inside them. There's a fair few bodies down on the ground for both teams. It's Tiana Gordon for Cheltenham Tigers, who's back up on her feet now, taking on some water, but a fair few tired bodies already, and not surprising with the pace of the game. Another change for Cheltenham as well. Taylor Briggs has made her way onto the field, wearing number 24.
Yeah, I have seen a comeback here, and it was actually just over a week ago. Army Navy.
Yeah, we're good to go as soon as you're ready.
Navy are up 29-5 at half time, so not too dissimilar from this. and they came back and won 43-42. So the comeback could be on. It is a massive task, especially in this heat. But you certainly want to see Thurrock starting to build the phases and starting to get that scoreboard ticking over at least.
You really do. You want them to get something to show for their efforts. That Army-Navy game, some match, probably one of the best matches you could have ever watched live in terms of the drama, the atmosphere of that one and everything that comes with that. That one wasn't straight, but it's been won back by Thurrock, so it doesn't matter. I think they might have actually preferred to have the scrum, you know, rather than having to track back. But White, penalty advantage, and Nicole White is through. She's bulleted her way through the first, through the second, eventually pulled down. The advantage is over. The defence try to get the ball back, but Thurrock get there. They need to be...
And then off the knee, play on.
I was going to say they needed to be clinical, that they're able to play on. Thornhill's tidied it up, but panicking, rushing it, and they won't want to waste the work of Nicole White. Birch is back in position. Lauren Paul coming in with the carry. And there's Williams coming forward now. The captain again. Heather pushed backwards, just lost sight of the passing lane for a second, and that stunted the attack. But here they go again through battle. Birch, and it's now going wide. This is nice, this is good from Thurrock. The hands are alive, and then the interception, and now it's a sprint for Ree Parker, fighting, getting the ball away now. It's been picked up again by Healy. Blink of an eye, and Cheltenham Tigers at the side that are now back on the attack.
No, from the back foot, please.
Thurrock asking if they can compete, being told no. And there's Tiana Gordon again, back on her feet, carrying hard. Parker, Foxwell, Samuda now with the carry, with the leg drive and the offload. Slightly getting each other's way there, the Thurrock players, and Foxwell has to tidy it up. Wrapped up by Williams.
Thank you. Scott advantage.
But the ball is lost forwards there in the end. It's Niamh Finlayson, whose hands weren't quite sticky enough, and Thurrock are able to clear, but only straight down the channel of Ebeling, and she sets off, feeds the speedster Healy, pins her ears back, runs into contact, keeps going, making meters. Parker to Samuda. That one has cannoned off her. Thurrock will breathe a sigh of relief, able to potentially clear their lines, or at least give it to Nicole White to try and set the opportunity up. And they've kicked it away. This is going to be a bit of a foot race. And it's been won by Hennessy. Gissing's back, tidying up, and then eventually Ebeling there as well.
Knock-on advantage, red.
Parker comes away with it. You can hear the referee saying a knock-on advantage. Taylor Briggs. Foxwell puts boot to ball. Tests. Pettifor, it's gone backwards, and the centre sets off, races clear. Pettifor pins her ears back, goes for the line. She gets her side on the board, dots it down in the corner. Thurrock have a sniff, and it's come from one of the best bits of individual brilliance that we've seen all day here at Rocky Clark.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant. Backs herself. She had two in support. I think it was the front rowers, about 20 metres away, but they were there. Very, very good try by the youngster. Goes through, backs her pace. Superb, that's what she can do. Little step off her left. Picks off the forwards. Look at that, she's just gliding along. Beautiful finish.
Well, Zoe Healy is one of the fastest women on the field, and she was left clutching at the air there. Such was the speed of Jessica Pettifor. Been playing a bit for Canterbury before joining this season. Has transitioned from the wing into that outside centre channel. Well, you saw that devastating winger's pace there.
Yeah, you do indeed, and she's just such a quality player. We haven't seen too much ball in hands for her, so she is dangerous with it. Lovely little footwork, as well as gas to burn.
Sure, this is a tough old kick for Lizzle Heather. She's given it a pretty hefty whack though. Great effort from out wide by the centre. Just drifts across, and you can see here another replay. Foxwell, well, Pettifor initially didn't manage to gather it the first time, but from the moment she left Zoe Healy for dead, there was then no stopping her. Gissings was going to have a go. She was left diving at empty space, and by the time Healy got back, it was too late. The centre was through. There's still a long way to go, half an hour on the clock, but she's given her side a sniff.
There's another person who's given her side a sniff.
Nicole White has been electric since she's come on, but that offload goes into touch. A few changes have been made by Cheltenham Tigers as well. There you can see both props are off, and you can also see that number 22, Maddie Williams, has come on. Nicole White, the offload was there. It was the right thing to do, just not quite on the same wavelength.
Yeah, she had two players that it could have gone through, and somehow it went through the eye of a needle, through the middle of both of them.
Unfortunate there from White, but in 11 minutes on the pitch, she has made an impact and a half. And well, Alicia Watkins, that one doesn't go straight, so it'll be a scrum opportunity here for Thurrock. And with White at the base, and they must be thinking if they can get the ball into the hands of Pettifor as well, they've got to be alive here. They've got to keep themselves in the fight, and there is a chance.
A message from Izzy McKinder. Good luck to Taylor Briggs and the Cheltenham crew. Just wishing them all the best. They're looking pretty comfortable so far. Izzy.
Thurrock, though, what have they got left for us here? Spinning the ball wide. Heather with the tip on, freeing up space, and Thurrock away again. It's Sophie Tyler. The offload, the handling is out to Thornhill, and Thurrock in a blink of an eye are right back into this one. Two breakaway tries, and this time it's Hannah Thornhill, the vice captain, and you can see her sprinting back, celebrating, yes, but geeing her team up. Suddenly, the belief is coursing through the veins of those Thurrock players.
Absolutely, and what a finish. Lovely little interlinking play. It's that burst through from Sophie Tyler. Gets that handoff. 2 hands on the ball for that offload. Then just backs the pace. The 7-star just goes over. Easy try for Hannah Thornhill.
That's the sort of play we've been seeing from Thurrock all season long in Championship South. Doing what they have needed to do to get themselves to this position. Hadn't had a chance to show it so far today, but when it clicks, and old boy has it in the last 5 minutes, they are an incredible side to watch.
And I tell you what, there'll be somebody watching doing cartwheels out in the Cayman Islands. Mercedes Foy, an absolute T-Bird legend, but I've also played alongside her at England as well. She is jumping up and down, cheering all the way from the Cayman Islands. Big second half, heart, passion, belief, and she's proud to be a T-Bird. Big love from Mercedes Irish club chairman Andy and Ali. There you go. So it's all come from Mercedes, and she will probably be still with her handbag that she is known for having even when she plays.
Back to me, please. She should be off. Red 5.
Club legends from near, far, watching on, cheering on. Cheltenham making a load of changes, and well, Rocky, they took Rani Samuda off about 5 minutes ago. They've They've brought her straight back on. A lot of changes being made. A couple of those players that had already made their way onto the field, the likes of Kate Crane, now making their way back off as well. And you wouldn't say it's panic from Lewis Arnold and his coaching side, but he certainly wants to arrest this momentum slide, and he wants to do it quickly.
Yeah, there's a lot of momentum coming. We've got all the supporters getting in touch. Chloe Rumsey there saying big shout out to Sam Wilmot, the thorough captain, from Chloe, Steph, Johnson, Joel, please.
I'll tell you what, she's led from the front today as well, Sam Wilmot. Even in that first half when things weren't clicking, she was carrying with everything she had, making those meters for her side. And perhaps, you never know, it might be those carries in the first half that have tired out the legs of the Cheltenham players. Now that penalty didn't reach touch, but clever, sensible play from the chasing Thurrock players, up alive to the danger to win it back, so they've got possession again with White. Heather gets it on again. Jordan Russell is on the field as well now.
Carried back,
So Heather has had to cannon that one down the field towards Emily. It's gone backwards, a second bite of the cherry from the Cheltenham fullback. And now she sets off, feeds Zoe Healy, the speedster, the danger woman. Thurrock alive to the danger. The counter ruck is legal. And it's a Cheltenham boot that's kicked that one out. So the T-Birds come away with it now. And boot to ball again, but straight out from Sophie Tyler. And Rocky, time off here with a player down. It's those simple bits. We were saying we didn't want the ball to stay on the field if you're a Thurrock player. It's probably the one time you did.
Yeah, exactly. It was a great counter-up from Alex Zudanek, who got in there, slowed the ball down. We talked about slowing down Cheltenham's attack, but then they managed to sneak that turnover, but you can't just kick it straight out into touch. That is a let-off for them.
thank you.
A real let-off for Cheltenham Tigers. And, well, an opportunity here of a couple of players taking a knee to
White 10, please, Connor. White 10.
pick up some running repairs, some water as well. And, well, Jade Wong, by the sounds of it, her day
I've got
is done. Substitution being lined up by Thurrock, and you can see it down below us. A really sad way for Jade Wong to have to leave the field.
White mark.
Being helped off by the physios there.
Here.
Careful.
Just wait, please.
Let's put too much weight on that ankle.
Time on.
Well, Watkins, last couple of line-outs hadn't gone right. That one needed to. She managed to hit her jumper. And now they get the penalty advantage coming. Williams diving in from the side. Big tackle coming in. Ball lost forward, will come back for the penalty.
Forward, White, side entry.
Penny Bevan onto the field as well for Cheltenham Tigers. Maddie
Side entry.
Williams is there. Kate Crane is back on, and Jordan Russell, as we said, on to the pitch. You can hear that crowd getting behind Thurrock. But the Tigers starting to prowl again now in that 22.
You must join from behind, back up. Moves forward.
The last line out from Watkins was perfect. That one, though, is not straight again as they looked to set them all.
Not straight.
And both packs just struggling to hear the referee there a little bit, apologising to him, but nothing to worry about there.
That's it.
You can hear the shouts, the same again from the Thurrock pack. They've been growing into this one.
We have an Andrea Church is shouting, "Come on, the T-Birds, you've got this." Hannah Duffy, we've heard from her already. She's expecting a hat trick here.
Crouch.
From Nicole White, who's made such an impact already. Not quite sure we'll see that, but hey,
Free kick.
be happy to.
Well, if we did see a hat-trick from Nicole White, that would at
16.
least pull this back to a 4-point
drive.
game and potentially one of the most remarkable individual second-half performances that I think this great stadium might have ever seen.
Well, I saw a second row score 4 tries yesterday, so it's not impossible.
Certainly is not impossible at all. And well, Thurrock, they've opted for the scrum here, trusting in their ability up front to try and draw a penalty.
Tiny, please.
And Rocky, it's those dark arts that you've relished in your career, but those mind games as well of that scrum, deep in your 22, but trusting yourself back in yourself and saying to the opposition, come on then, show us what you've got. You obviously relish that playing yourself. You must love watching others have a go at doing that now as well.
Yeah, I do. I love the confidence. Like, the only problem is if it goes wrong, then you look a bit silly. But as long as you win your scrum and maybe win a penalty, then you're all right. Decision's gone against them.
Not driving straight.
It's not the right call.
Definitely not the right call, and they're taking it quickly in the end through Foxwell.
Penalty advantage.
A penalty advantage for an offside, not 10, so there could be more to come.
You've got a penalty advantage.
But Cheltenham now swarming forward.
Yeah, you've got
Watkins
penalty
now is
advantage.
next. And another big, brutal carry. Penny Bevan this time. Parker. They're getting closer. Freya Jones there with that carry. Maddie Williams the next.
Knock on there.
Knock
No
on though. We'll
advantage.
come back for the penalty.
6 white, not 10 at the penalty.
Keep on going.
6 white.
Just go towards Max. Towards Max by about 10-15 metres.
Just a penalty then, the referee and the assistant referee agreeing there. And Rocky, as you said, it's brilliant when you create that gladiatorial battle up front saying, come on, show us what you got. But if it goes against you like it did there for Thurrock, it puts you in a very, very dangerous position. And Ree Parker now looking for the option. She picks out Freya Jones as the first. And again, here comes Bevan up to the line. Referee having a look, and Penny Bevan has managed to get herself down, over, celebrates. That could be what ends this spirited second half fight back from Thurrock. She's made an impact since she's come onto the field, Penny Bevan. Showing the experience, showing the wherewithal to see the line and get that ball down on any blade of grass that was white. Just what her side needed there, Rocky, because they've been under the pump despite being ahead this second half.
Yeah, they have, but that was what they needed, the catalyst to get that score. She carried really well a few moments earlier. She was like a red bowling ball flying through at contact. Love seeing pace onto the ball like that. Really good impact from Penny.
Fantastic impact from the replacement Foxwell. Well, she's been making a pretty solid impact with the ball off the tee all afternoon. Another successful conversion from the fly half. Restores 26 points lead.
Well, Connor. One's already come off. No, she's allowed to place it in any direction, and she does so on the try line, which is a trap. We need white 7. Okay, just wait, please.
So, Samantha Wilmot, they're asking what her side could have done to defend that, and the referee saying, sadly, not much. A player, as long as they're not held in the same movement, is allowed to propel their arm forwards instantly to ground the ball, and that's exactly what Penny Bevan did. Good refereeing again, and right on the spot to see it as well. Heather gets us back underway, and that bounces behind Foxwell. She tidies up, puts that cannon of a right boot in. It bounces, stays in field. Thornhill is there. Cusker is there. The game might be beyond them now with a quarter of an hour to go, but they still will be wanting to finish this season on a high. Captain again with the carry, Bevan with the tackle. Heather spinning the ball wide, that was nice interplay, and I think she was looking for the kick cross field with the advantage coming. In the end, it cannons into a Tigers player.
There are certainly opportunities here for Thurrock, but they keep chopping into that organised Cheltenham defence, and there's certainly a corner of that defence they could get round. If they could just string a couple of longer passes out this massive amount of space, 30 metres or so. We've already seen what the wheels can do, the damage they can do out in that outside centre.
And that's the thing, isn't it? That Cheltenham back three of Hennessy, Healy, Eberling have been electric in attack. They've been solid in defence as well. Let's not forget that. But as you said, Rocky, that Cheltenham defence creeping in field, giving the opportunity out wide. And we saw Thornhill take it to superb effect, Pettifor as well. But again, if you give away a free kick at the scrum, you're never going to give your players with the wheels a chance to showcase that. And in the end, Cheltenham, with the free kick, happy to cannon that one into the 22.
Retire out 16.
It's just a loose kick though. This is going to go right into the hands of the speedster.
And Hennessy is going to fancy this one, pins her ears back, goes on the outside of Thornhill. Thornhill tries to cling on for dear life, does just enough.
Counter-ruck is fine.
Thurrock counter-rucking with everything they've got, turning it over. Perhaps a slight hint of losing it forward, but the referee says play on, and Thornhill gets it away to Wythe. Wythe again, a one-woman wrecking ball every single time she gets her hands there. The penalty advantage coming through an offside.
23 offside.
So Thurrock will kick this one up the field, look to set themselves. And the pressure now on Heather to try and get this one anywhere towards the halfway line would be a pretty good outcome. And she got the legs, but not quite the distance to get past Foxwell. And Foxwell's now broken free. And in open play, Vicky Foxwell pins her ears back, races clear into that 22. And Parker gets the ball away to Tess Evans. She only knows one way, that's route one. The number 8, and again, Bevan fancying a second score, and an advantage coming now. Loose kicking has given Cheltenham this chance again. Will the ball come back? Parker, well, they weren't on the same wavelength, and will come back for that penalty. And Rocky, we've said it time and time again this afternoon, it's loose kicking from Thurrock and Cheltenham taking full advantage.
Yeah, you can't give it to the danger women there. That is just so hard to deal with. As we spoke about, Twickenham is massive. And you certainly, when you give it to the speedsters in an inch of space, they're going to take it.
Well, Vicky Foxwell has taken over the kicking duties. Mary-Ann Gittings has made her way off the field. And with this penalty in front of the posts, Cheltenham choosing to just slow the play down, take the 3, which she does, and just edge themselves slightly further ahead. 39-10 they now lead, and a couple of changes coming up as well. Both scrum halves, Ree Parker, Corinne Birch, making their way off, and Alicia Watkins for Cheltenham Tigers as well.
Yeah, we've got a few messages coming in. Shout out to number 15, Lauren Eberling of Cheltenham Tigers. You're making America proud. I'm going to assume that's your sister, as you've got the same surname, Sammy.
11 minutes.
And Amy, shout out to Taylor Briggs and all the Cheltenham girls. Amy Hancock there, watching on, seeing her team do her proud.
And they have, that was a great take straight off the restart there. Cheltenham Tigers. At this point, you would say they probably have 1.5 hands on that trophy, but they still want to make sure of it. With 10 minutes of this one roughly to go. Thurrock will want to finish with a flourish though, and that's nice, sharp hands releasing the speedsters. But it's a forward pass from Pettifor. The chance goes begging there, and Abby Jones walks back. A slight disconsolate look on her face there. She knew there was an opportunity. You can just see it there. The passing was good, the passing was slick. And the last pass just drifts forward out of the hands.
It's been the story of the game, isn't it? get the opportunity, and it's just the final pass or final force bit, loose kick. I just think if they tighten things up, a little bit more conservative, I don't think this squad would be as big a deficit as it is.
The second time early.
Well, they've got a penalty to start with, though. You can hear the referee saying second time
early push penalty.
early push.
Yeah. It's repeated infringement, second early shot.
Heather then puts that one down the field into touch. She's been a shift this afternoon in the centres. Thurrock just a little bit of a party conference going on before they make their way over for the line out. What have they got up their sleeves here? Sadly, what they had was a knock-on. And you could also hear the assistant referee saying that it would have been Cheltenham ball anyways. There were 2-9 stood in that channel for Thurrock. Communication just not quite there, not quite on the same wavelength this afternoon here at Twickenham.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just wondering where that line out was a bit of a trick play, as in pretended they were confused and then just went in at the tail and lifted, because the space was certainly there. But it did look like there was a bit of confusion, so just got to make sure you cut out those errors.
Set!
2, 3, 4,
And that's the thing, Rocky, as you said, Cheltenham, I think, have been the stronger side today in the final, but a couple of their tries have come from those errors from Thurrock. Thurrock will feel they've left a few out there themselves. It could be closer, but take nothing away. This Cheltenham performance has been as impressive as it has been brutal.
No, 7!
New scrum half, Tara Godby on the field, and Penny Bevan, there was some intent in that handoff. That was filled with menace.
Taken back, no 50-22.
Foxwell, there's no 50-22, but it's bouncing around there, tied it up in the backfield. McCusker there, racing back. And there's
24.
Alex Zadanek still going strong. 73 minutes on the clock, still putting in the shift. And Nicole White,
High tackle. 24, always upright, high tackle, DLV.
it's a high tackle there against Cheltenham on Nicole White there, Rocky, but you look at the replay here, I get why, I'm not debating the decision, I think it's correct, but it's very difficult to stop a player like White when they're running at you that powerfully, that upright.
Yeah, you don't have much time to sort of get yourself down, but player safety is paramount, and that's what they deem as how they're going to sort it out.
It is 100%, and it's making sure right across the game that defenders get low when they make their shots. Heather then has kicked in behind, and I tell you what, Thornton is racing onto this at some pace, but the bouncing, bobbling ball just evades her. A knock on though from Tara Godby, and chance and opportunity for Thurrock.
Red 8 and 6.
Well, Freya
8,
Jones
6
and Tess Evans are going to be leaving the field. Their day is done. But a brilliant chase there by Hannah Thornhill, drawing the mistake, getting her side this attacking opportunity. And the referee confirming then 6 minutes left for Thurrock to try and get a couple more scores in this one. Have a look here, that chase from Thornhill puts the pressure on the ball, bouncing, bobbling all over the place. Then the replacement scrum half just losing control of it at the final moment. Thurrock haven't been in the 22 enough this afternoon for their liking. for the liking of their coach Andy Yarrow. But every time they have been clinical.
Gone back.
Pressure on though, and it's picked up by the Tigers. Kate Crane coming away with the ball. Bevan now with the carry.
Move 16.
And Godby somewhat playing for the
16,
penalty,
roll
but
away.
Megan Harris stuck in there, unable to roll away, and
Ignore
Foxwell can cannon this one back into that Thurrock half, and the chance is gone. Rocky, we're getting to that point in the game where, for the final time today,
Right on the edge.
we're going to ask you for your player of the match. We've gone through the individual performances throughout the day, so I'll give you a couple of minutes, and then in
On the
typical
edge.
Dave Rogers style, if you've heard him commentate before, I want the big build-up, the big reveal, the players that have stood out, and then your player of the match will come to you at the next
Red, open the
stoppage.
gap.
Alrighty, got it.
For the moment, though, it's Jordan Russell who has got the line-out duties for Cheltenham. And that one, straight as a dart, and Foxwell. Gordon still with us, still fighting hard. Bevan, she's a player that's made an impact since she's come on, and
Rolling into the half-back.
Tara Godby drawing another penalty for her side.
Penalty
Emily
advantage, red.
pins her ears back, looks to release Zoe Healy, but takes it into contact.
You've got one there, not rolling away.
And two
Or one
penalties to
centre
choose
field,
from.
8 not rolling away. Centre field, it's just from where the other AR is. So one not rolling
The
here.
referee
or
giving
eight
them the
not
two
rolling here.
choices, and Foxwell says we'll have,
This-
well, surprisingly,
Alright,
we'll have the one
yeah.
in the middle of the field. Rocky, whilst they're working out what they're going to do here, who've been your standouts today and your player of the match in this Papa John's Women's Championship playoff final?
Yeah, a lot of the players have really stood up for me from Cheltenham. It's massive shout out to the front row. It would be hard to pick just one of them. They've worked so hard. Samuda, Watkins and Dinapoli been really, really good. Daniels as well, just so strong getting around the park. Tess Evans, big carries. I now feel like I'm reading the entire team out. Ree Parker orchestrated well at 9. But for me, somebody that has got the team on the front foot, done all the hard work, got the ball out wide when it needed to be. Mary-Ann Gittings kicking really, really well. So Mary-Ann is our player of the match.
Mary-Ann Gittings then the player of the match. Foxwell lined that one up off the tee. It didn't quite connect, but Jordan Russell was there, and Cheltenham finishing on the attack. Foxwell will be disappointed to have missed that one, but Gittings 100% off the tee today. And she has been at the heart of what this Cheltenham side have done.
Ball available there.
They want to finish on the front foot. Bevan, another huge handoff. And another penalty coming. Penny Bevan has come on to this pitch in this second half. Well, I don't want to say with a point to prove, but she's come on with 1 in 10 only, and that's Route 1, and she's earned her side another penalty with a minute or so left on the clock. Foxwell will line this one up again.
Yeah, she's carried so well. Really, really strong player. Very dynamic, ball in hand.
And this from Foxwell to take her side past 40. She does just that, and you've heard from the referee there, 42-10, time for the restart, and then that will be that.
Time is now expired. We'll restart.
So this will be the final play then of this Women's Championship playoff final. It's going to be Cheltenham Tigers who take it again.
White 14 replacement.
Heather then will get this back underway for her side. A couple of Late changes being made. Hannah Thornhill has made her way off the field. Heather does get this underway. Do Cheltenham want to play it? Or Foxwell doesn't. She is happy to cannon that one into touch. This time she has made sure the clock is in the red. And it's Cheltenham Tigers, the Women's Championship playoff winners again, built on a scintillating first half. They were absolutely flying. 29-0 at one stage. Thurrock fought back, but in the end, Cheltenham just too much on the day for them, Rocky, and deserved champions here at Twickenham.
Yeah, I thought Cheltenham, they were superb against OAs in the semi-final, and they added another level today. The physicality, the defence, the quality, and all-court game, just superb. And Thurrock are no easy team to beat.
Thurrock are a side that stay in the fight all the way through, dogged, determined, never give in, and they were resilient until the last here today. But it wasn't to be against the Cheltenham side that just had too much about them in the end. Disappointment then for Thurrock, but delight for Cheltenham. And they will be making that walk up the staircase to collect the trophy in a few moments' time. Great scenes down below. Thurrock disappointed, yes, but they can be so proud of what they've put in this season, so proud of their efforts, and they will be back stronger next season, I am sure. But today is Cheltenham Tigers Day. We can take you back now to look through some of these scores. Cheltenham Tigers, well, they were doing what they needed to do throughout this game. That was Dinapoli going over first, and then Zoe Healy, Jet Express on the wing. They had a third shortly after as well. The Inspector Gadget-esque arm of Georgie Daniels getting her side over the line. A couple of penalties to boot as well. And then this one feeding Emma Hennessy to race over out wide. And Rocky, we saw there the all-court game of Cheltenham, but then that second half was about their forward power and how much their pack can do in those tight areas as well.
Yeah, they've got a very, very strong pack. We've just got to look at the calibre of the bench that came on. Guys like Jordan Russell, Bevan as well, just so strong. When you've got those to come on, you know you're in a good place.
Cheltenham were left clutching at air a couple of times though. Jessica Pettifor, a sublime individual effort, and then this lovely short pass from Heather, releasing Sophie Tyler, and then from there Hannah Thornhill, once she got the ball in her hands, was never going to miss the opportunity to cross the whitewash at Twickenham. But in the end, it was Cheltenham that had the final say on the day, powering over from close range again. As Thurrock make their way up the stairs. They can be proud of their efforts this season. As we've said, Nicole Wythe making that impact off the bench. Jessica Pettifor, her first season playing 13, and well, she showed so much potential there for the years to come. Samantha Wilmot, the heartbeat of that side at number 8, the captain that never took a backwards step. But in the end on the day, Cheltenham Tigers were just too strong. But so much to be proud of this season for Andy Yarrow's side, and so much room for growth to come in the future as well. And as Thurrock T-Birds make their way round, along and back down, nearly Cheltenham Tigers' turn to take the applause. You can see them cheering down below. I think the players have just got the message that Mary Ann Gittings was the player of the match, lifting her aloft very briefly into the air. And now here come Cheltenham Tigers. Freya Jones, the first player up. Tess Evans behind her. How good